Hey, y'all. Welcome to For the Fans, where tonight we are going to be talking about episode 5 of Survivor 43, where we got to see, kind of straightforward, but in a roundabout way, happen when we lost Geo last night. Kevin, Sheldon, how are y'all doing? What'd you think about that
Hello.
episode?
Good. Thought the episode was good. I enjoyed it. It was really nice seeing other tribes that were not the one with the Cody on it. So that was good.
I missed Cody yesterday. I wanted some more Cody. I think his antics are so much fun. Give me more Cody.
I'm all right. I'm okay.
Okay.
I mean, I personally too like seeing more, but hey, that's all right. We did get to spend some more time with the Coco tribe, and if it looks like a possible merge might be looming, question mark.
I don't think it's a merge.
It's good. It's good to have some time with the other tribes so we can get to know some of them too. Although to be honest, like I really only care about like one person on the Coco tribe. So like if it's not on them, I don't really even care to see it.
I care about two.
Kevin cares about Carla and James.
Yep.
And so do I.
Yeah, I mean, I care about mainly Carla. James is still my winner pick, and I do like him. I think he's playing a solid game, but I mean, Carla is just dynamic. All right.
Yes.
But let's jump into this episode, and we do get to immediately go back to the Cocoa Beach. They have just voted off Lindsay, and we are going to get the fallout of Cassidy catching one vote.
Yeah, I loved what Cassidy did. It was just like calm, peaceful. She's gonna ask. She's not gonna go inflame. She's not gonna do anything crazy. I love what she did, and I love the fact that there was honesty. I love the fact that Ryan said what happened and Geo fessed up. In a tribe of 5 people now, there's nowhere to hide. You can't not tell who you voted for. So I think this went exactly as it should have.
I'm more confused as to why Ryan and Geo are so obsessed with Cassidy. Like they want her gone pretty bad. It's pretty much like the Mariah Carey song "Obsessed." Why are you so obsessed with me? Like they say in this confessional right here that they wanted to vote her, and Geo planned on voting her anyway, and that was what he wanted to do. So he was going to do it.
Isn't the reason for that every single person there is fundamentally in love with Carla, so it can't be Carla. They also think that James is on their side, so there's only one person left.
Yeah, sure. I mean, you've got this duo of Geo and Ryan, and you've got kind of Carla and James here in the middle playing a bit of the Ricard and Shan, where everybody wants to work with them. Everybody's drawn to Carla, and they're the ones that are dictating which direction the game goes in. So obviously, whenever there's only, 3 names being tossed around, one's Geo. Well, Ryan's not going to vote Geo. Geo's not going to vote him, and Geo is aware that he may catch a vote because they've clued him in, like, hey, we're going to vote Lindsay. Lindsay thinks we're going to vote Geo. It makes complete sense for Geo to throw this vote on Cassidy.
I didn't feel like Geo was really like clued in that like it was going to be him.
No. I'm saying from the previous episode when they were all voting Lindsay, I think he throws the vote on Cassidy. So
right.
So that if she plays her shot in the dark.
Yeah. I don't know. I think
or
I don't
Lindsay
think
has something that Geo's not the only one with his name written down.
Right.
I think Kevin, you're right. I don't think Geo knew it was going to be him, and the reason for that is that he was still so confident today in the final. Like there wasn't a second of, oh my god, it actually could have been me. So I don't think he had a real idea that it was him. Unless it's just his hubris getting a hold of him, which I think is possible. But I think that he just felt that, hey, the vote went exactly as planned. They told me the plan. We did this. We decided to put an extra vote on Cass. I got a big group supporting me. I'm in charge. Let's go.
Yeah, and I mean, like seeing the two polar opposite sides of like, Cassidy talking with Carla and being like, these idiots. They think that they controlled this vote. They thought this was their move. And Ryan and Geo being like, we're running this tribe. Like, look at us. Look what we did. I mean, it's kind of crazy to have these two separate entities so convinced that they're the ones in control. And it's really
It's weird because Carla and James are in the middle.
Yeah.
And we see this right here from the beginning of this thing. And for whatever reason, Ryan and Geo think they're in charge. And we'll see that later on too. But they think for whatever reason they're running the show. Though we just watched them flip the vote from Cassidy to Lindsay. In what world does Geo and Ryan think that they're still in charge?
Well, my assumption though is that they completely think they've got James. And I assume that James came with them with the idea and made them feel like it was their idea or something like that. Like we didn't see that obviously, but I assume that's what it is that's making them feel so confident. But you're right, if that didn't happen, there's clear signs that they should not have voted out Lindsay last week and they should have gone for James and Carla.
My biggest thing is not even that, Sheldon. It's the part that confuses me is why do you think you're in charge? You could think your alliance is in charge. Like you could think that your alliance is running the show, and I get that. Geo wanted Cassidy so bad, and James, even if James is locked in with them, he comes to them and says, "Hey, I think we should probably vote Lindsay." Geo is not the person calling the shots. It's the person. It's your alliance, and I get that. I'm with that. So I don't know why they have such hubris to think that everything still went according to plan.
There's also this inconsistency of Geo last week at Tribal basically saying anybody but me, and then saying he's in charge. Like it doesn't fully make sense, and I think that's just a sure tell sign of no, it's not a Sandra Diaz Twine. He doesn't have the skills he doesn't have the strategic skills
of an SDT. You're right.
He doesn't have that. It isn't as clear and precise as that. And in fact, like you even saw, and we're going to talk about it, but like his behavior when they went on the excursion, it wasn't smart. Nothing he did there was smart.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we're not looking at the two just most high quality Survivor players here with Ryan and Geo. Like, love Ryan, love his story, but
I love Ryan's smile. It's so hard not to watch him on the screen and just like want him to succeed. There's something about him.
I'm rooting for him like as a person, but then like watching his Survivor strategic game, I'm like, I hope you do good life for real. It ain't this game for you, buddy.
I just personally just love the fact that they were like, we got what we wanted done, even though Lindsay went home, as opposed to the person we've been targeting for no reason this whole time. But it's all right. We're still in control. We got what's going on to happen.
Yeah. So okay, I mean, we're going to spend a lot more time with this delusionists.
It does feel like there's a fair amount of delusion going on in this game. Like you had Ryan and Geo. You had Ellie and Janine thinking that nobody knows that they're like there's so much of this going on.
Is that next? Is that?
Yeah, now? I was going to say that transitions us very well to talking about the Baca Tribe. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of like this air of superiority that Ellie and Janine have, where they're like, what are these guys doing? They're so fucking dumb.
So this is I have to give them a pass. I have to give them a pass because they 100% believe that Gabler does not know how his thing's working. Right? They believe this wholeheartedly.
Like Gabler says in his confessional, like, I'm not an idiot. I mean,
he is though. But
I can read the paper.
No, he is an idiot though. But he can
read
the paper.
Complete idiot. He goes into operating rooms and he's a specialist of the valve. So he's not an idiot. But the biggest folly in Survivor is underestimating even the idiots. That's
correct. I'll give you that. Game. I'll give you that, and the only pass that I'm giving them is that they definitely believe that Gabler doesn't know how his thing works. Like that's the only it's not like they're being foolish for like foolish sake. Like for instance, Ryan and Geo, as we just talked about, where do you get the hubris? at least with Ellie and Janine, Ellie feels like she fact checked it with Gabler, and she feel like he lied to her well enough that she completely buys that he doesn't know how this thing works.
But Kevin, it's not just the Gabler thing. They also think that Sammy is 100% on board for them. They are misreading.
I think Sammy's doing a fantastic job of pretending, because he's doing a great job of destroying Gabler in front of everyone constantly.
Yes and no, because this is now 2 episodes in a row where we see Sammy say something when they say, "Oh, you think you're closer with Gabler?" He choreographs it, plays it right in front of them. And then you see later on in the episode around the bracelets, he touches Owen's leg and says, "Look at these idiots." Right? Like it's not like he is not showing any signs.
Yeah. And I mean, and we get a confessional from Sammy where he's like, they're dead set that, we're going to get rid of Gabler, but like, I don't want to do that. I want to hitch Gabler onto my wagon. Like, let's make
I don't love this strategy though. Like, the reason I don't love this is because this is a long way to drag a goat. You can't drag a goat that, like, it's far. We're talking a long time to drag this goat. And I guess each day that you don't lose, you're getting closer and closer. So that helps. But like, Gabler is like prime goat material. And Sammy has strapped the leash on, trying to walk him all the way down there to the end. But I feel like that's a long time to get there.
Yeah, but so you're right, 100%. I think you're right. But they have a choice. Try to bring the goat, or try to bring 2 people along who are not going to ever play your game. They're only going to play their own game. And so between the 2 choices, I'm not sure that that he's making the wrong choice. Sure. I must admit, I still don't fully understand what Owen's doing, and I kind of think that's brilliant. Like that's the beauty of Owen, that he could go anywhere. He is so completely versatile right now. If it works out that it makes sense to go with Gabler and Sammy, go with Gabler and Sammy. If it makes sense to go with the girls, go with the girls.
All I know is if we do not get to see this dynamic play out of Gabler's idol, Ellie and Janine, like completely misjudging him, and then Owen kind of like out here and what is he doing? Sammy thinks he's pulling these strings. Like, there's so many different storylines happening on the Baca Tribe that if we are robbed from them going to a tribal council together, just them, I'm going to be upset.
Well, I think we might be robbed. That's fair.
I want to see it happen. I feel like we've been playing into this pretty much all season long, and I want to see the fruits of our labor. And I wanted it in the episode last night.
But before we even get there, man, we got Janine's loading up on firepower.
Yep. Danger.
She's got hardware now.
She does.
Right, Kiley?
Sorry, it froze up a little bit. And I was trying to follow along.
Janine's got hardware now.
Got it. Okay. Yes, Janine has some hardware. So we see them searching for the advantage. And Janine finds it covered up by the ants.
Bruh, those ants. That was like the Big Brother house during the summer of like 2012. There was so many ants.
Their ability to actually get a good shot on that was magical. And more importantly, the fact that she wasn't completely disgusted and she took it and she shaked it off like she didn't care. She didn't care. She got the bigger advantage. And that's why I'm a huge Janine fan, because she doesn't care.
We're talking about ants. We're not talking about like covered in spiders. I mean, and we're asking Justine to stick her hand in the tree.
What if they were ants that would sting? What if they were ants that would fly? What if they're flying ants?
Look. I'm from Texas. We have fire ants, okay? And those were no fire ants.
I loved the fact that the ants, she just kept shaking the clue, and the ants were like not coming off. That was great. And then she's trying to read it, and she's like knocking them off, and she's trying to like read the thing.
Yeah. But also, like, kind of speaking on the gall of Ellie and Janine. I am still tripped up having a Janine and a Justine on one season together. But they decide, okay, we're going to read over this. We're going to start discussing our ideas. And they are just openly doing this at the well. And they are having an open conversation. Like, they might as well have just laid it out.
Not just having an open conversation, talking about other people. They're like, listen, we should probably tell Sammy he's with us. He's locked in. Should we tell Owen? Probably not. We can't really trust him. Hey, Owen, how's it going?
And Owen did the right thing. Like, he walked in there, he said, what do you see? Like, he could have just...
What you got? He said, what you got?
He could have just walked away and pretended as if he didn't know and kept this sort of thing. But he said, no, I'm going to make sure that they realize that I know what they have, and they better not think about getting rid of me, because I have power too now, because I have that information.
I thought it was more than that. I thought he was
knowledge is power.
Yeah, I think it was more than just saying that, hey, I know what you're doing. I think it was like hey, man, we're working together, remember? So what do we got? What do we got? And then
I love,
oh, yeah.
You know, we get the confessional from him, and he's like, you know, like, I got some leverage here, because all I have to do is not give her my bead, and she doesn't have a vote for the rest of the pre-merge. Like, I control this. And so, like, if you don't, you know, if you're not pulling me in your plans, then I'm the one that gets to decide if you get a vote or not.
That's
and
the
so
thing,
I'm
though.
like, come on now, Owen, let's see you play.
Get out of here. Get out of here, Kiley. That was never going to happen.
What do you mean?
He's working with her. Like, they openly shared what the thing was, even though they got caught to do it. They openly share. Yes, you're right. I mean, his confessional is great. He's like, yes, I could not give them this, but we knew all along he was going to give it. There was no way that he wasn't. They're working together.
That again? What did you say? Yes, you're right.
Yeah, it's very rarely.
Okay.
You are correct that he could have done that. You're right, but there was no way he was going to do that because he's working with them. He thinks he's working with them.
I don't know what you're talking about, because the truth is, I think you're right. He's working with them, but he could have very simply made the decision at that moment to not work with them and to say, F them, look at these two girls together, not wanting to tell me, sitting around the well like idiots. I'm going to go and work with Sammy, and I'm going to work with Gabler. And he had a clear choice to do that if he wanted to. I think what he didn't want to do is put a stake in the ground and actually show any cards. Mostly because I don't think he's ready or even knows what cards he wants to use. I think he's going to use the cards and make a decision only when he has to.
I think that Owen does know what cards he wants to play, and he wants to play with Ellie and Janine. He is like, I do not want to be stuck with Gabler. Like, are you serious? Like, I've got to go with these two girls, and this is my in. Like, I know that they're like loosely working with me, but I need to use this to drive it home.
Gabler will at least give him a blanket.
He will. All right. So how are we feeling? Like, we loved the bead twist when Cody got to do it, watching that scramble right before tribal council. Then we get to see it again last week with Carla doing it. And okay, not quite as fun, but still we get to see her on her own. Nobody else knows, working her social skills. And now we get it again in the third episode. How are y'all feeling about this?
I love the twist. I love the twist. What I don't love is having it 3 episodes in a row, because it gets old and it gets boring. Do y'all think it's at all possible that the production purposely placed it on 3 different days? Like it just seems too perfect that the first round they got it. And then, I can't imagine that it took this tribe 3, 4, 5 days to find this Beware advantage. If it was sitting is it purposely placed at different times so that they have this twist thing for different episodes? Is really my question.
No.
How do you know? Doesn't this just seem so perfect?
No, they could have found this during the same time Carla found hers.
Right. Without having Baca going back to tribal council, there's no way of knowing when this actually happened. Like, Janine could have found this on day 3 after they had just, gone to tribal council, voted off Mariah. Maybe she found it the next day.
I don't know. It seems too picture perfect. I don't know.
They have it for content.
Television.
television. That's just for content. Like that's all it is. Like she could have found it, like Kylie said, she could have found it day 3. Like, but I mean, her
are you
stars
saying?
say she didn't.
Hold on. Are you saying that it's possible? Wow, second time today. You said she's right.
She just said the thing before I did. We were going to say the same thing.
So hold on. Are you suggesting that they that this thing that happened could have happened days ago and they just put it into this episode?
Yeah.
Oh.
You had never considered that? You're kidding, right?
No, I really never considered that.
Yeah. No, because of the benign nature of it, right? They don't go to tribal.
But then wouldn't there have been more people there?
No. They lose Mariah in
no, you're exactly right, Sheldon, because they don't have to get Mariah's bead. She doesn't have to get Mariah's bead. So it's definitely
So that's what I'm saying.
Mariah left.
So it's after Mariah leaves, but there's been 3 people gone since then. So it could have been any of those days.
Right. So it could have happened the day after Mariah left.
Let's be honest. It could have happened with Mariah still there, and they just edit out her saying Mariah's name, and they don't flash Mariah on the screen. Because they do like a thing, they showed them on the screen and then the little bead that they had next to them. So they could have just not shown. They could have actually done it just like that on purpose because they didn't do that with the other 2 because they showed the other 2 going through the note of who they had to get. So they could have been got this.
Wow.
And it never came up.
You should be on production, Kevin.
So yeah, I mean they need stuff for content, and that's like. This is the prime thing they can do. So it's being in 3 separate episodes is so that way they can have it something to fill in for 6 minutes to do.
You see, I don't want filler. I want show.
I mean, it's a part of show. You needed to see her getting the idol, so you know that she had it.
But again, 3 episodes in a row, I was tired of this. She's always gonna get it. Come on.
But what we get a little bit different on this tribe is Janine tells Ellie. Ellie tells Sammy. Sammy tells Gabler. Owen stumbled upon it. So guess what? Everybody knows. No secrets here on the Baca Beach.
Well, the best part is that Gabler finds out from Sammy and he uses it for leverage. And I loved it. I loved that concept. Another thing that I loved was when he tells Gabler, he says, because let's go through it. Janine, she does a great job of going and saying, hey, I want to make this bracelet to take back home. And I want a little piece of everybody. Gabler gives her a couple B's that means jack shit.
Green Gabler.
And she goes, those are great and all, but that real large one with the yellow, that one, I want that one. And he's like, I was going to say that one from a kid. She's like, right. But can I get it though? And he's like, sure, I guess. Yeah, we can do that. And then Sammy says afterwards, listen, man, there's no secrets on this tribe. Let me tell you, Gabler, we just gave her an idol with those beads. And Gabler goes, doink, I can't believe I did that. And it's like, bro, how would you have ever known?
So can I give some more props to Gabler?
Do not.
Yes, I'm going to. And here's the props I'm going to give to Gabler and why I actually think it is not completely insane that man could win this game. Here it is. This guy is going to get by. He is a GOAT. He's going to be underestimated. Nobody's ever going to go for him as soon as merge hits. He's sticking around as somebody's number. And the truth is, he's not completely and totally unstrategic. He's not completely and totally horrific. He isn't now running to them and saying, look at the secret I know. He didn't do that. He's keeping
That's not even being Sheldon. You cannot say that he's not that strategy for not him doing something dumb. That doesn't work. You can't just assign strategy to people not doing the dumb thing. You can't. It just doesn't work that way. You can't just say, you know what, strategy? Not being stupid. Yeah, that's what you did. That's what you did. It's rough. And I hate it. Don't do that. Give me some strategy Gabler's actually done. Even Kiley has to admit that that's not strategy by him not going and telling the people he's not working with that I know the thing that you have is the thing that you have. That's not strategy.
I personally think I have a hard time seeing Gabler win this game, but hey,
Kylie, can you at least tell Sheldon that that's not strategy by
Yeah,
him not
Sheldon,
telling the people he's
Sheldon,
not working with?
What are you even doing here? What are you doing? All right. So let's jump into the immunity challenge. All right. So in my notes, they start showing this immunity challenge. They're going to have to, like crawl through the like jungle gym type situation, go through the tires, like up and over a balance beam net. I was like, this ain't it for Noelle. Like, this is going to be hard for her.
And it was.
It was hard,
No, it wasn't.
but this
It was.
girl,
She's
like,
a star.
certified
literally-
badass.
They helped her. They helped her the whole way, and that was
They
great.
helped her, but I mean, like, if I had one leg and I had to go through that, my ass would still be out there in Fiji.
No, I think you get help, man. Like so, like,
And I probably would
I'm
have
not
died on
taking.
that little balance beam net.
I'm not
But,
taking anything away from them at all. Like it was really good. But like they literally, like if you watch, her leg is up, the missing leg is up.
But she is hopping on one leg over
Yeah, no, I'm like I said, not taking anything away. Them being all tied together immensely helped her. It helped her immensely.
But
because
my guy Cody, he doesn't even do through
On top.
He walked over it.
So
Like, he
smart.
was on water.
So smart. But I have to say it's very, very, very hard not to watch Noelle in action and not be amazed every single time.
Yeah.
Like she is, to me, extremely impressive. And maybe that's because I'm a complete dick and I was underestimating what was about to happen. But
No, I don't think it's necessarily you being a dick, but I mean, like, obviously when you look at a person that has an amputation and they're having to do this stuff where they're crawling up a cargo net and crawling on sticks, like, just anatomically she's at a disadvantage.
100%.
And so, like, I wrote down in my notes, immunity challenge, not good for Noelle. Next note, Noelle is a certified badass. Like, she did the damn thing.
She really is.
Yeah. So
I love it.
she's inspiring, like there's so many stories about, like, hey, I don't see anybody out there that looks like me. And, I think that Noelle is probably a huge inspiration for a lot of people because she's just really, really amazing what she's able to do. And so
I feel bad, man, because like Noelle's great, no, but I feel like you guys like keep assigning this like extra credit to her, and then like I feel like I'm the one that had to like shit on it. When I like Noelle a lot, I like her a lot, but like I feel like you two like gave her this superhuman edit in y'all's mind, and I'm just because
she kind of is a superhuman. Like, I'm sorry, like as Kiley said, first of all, I can't do that competition with 2 legs.
Yeah, you could.
This Wonder Woman who's hopping through it, like, yes, with help, yes, probably a bit slower, but like she doesn't give up. It's just like, I wish everybody could watch this and learn from this woman. Like, it's amazing.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it was good, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
And what is also a little bit fun about this is that this is a little bit of a different challenge. Like, we have not gotten this exact thing in the last few seasons. We've kind of seen something like this before where they're tethered together. They have to go over and under and stuff. But the whole conglomeration of, the jungle gym, the tires, the net, carrying the water across, and then rolling the balls up and having to get them to land without rolling back down the ramp. I feel like, okay, this is a little bit different. It's a shakeup.
Yeah.
And it's good to see that because, so much of this, it's kind of like, ooh, I've seen this before.
So we see Cody lead his team to victory. I think they thought
why leads his team to victory?
Well, I think they sure. I think they thought that the water
literally the rolled the balls.
I think they thought that the water would be more difficult because all 3 of them were able to keep most, if not all, their water in the pot. So I think if they do this again, they have to add like an additional obstacle to like make the water, because all 3 of them went in 2 turns and got it done.
Yeah.
You're muted, Sheldon.
Obviously. My favorite part of that competition, I'm not sure if I've ever seen it on Survivor before, maybe I just don't remember, was those like sticks that were crossed that they had to go through. That was just so creative to me. It reminded me of pickup sticks when we were kids. Like
Yeah.
when we used to play. Like it was. And
Tell me
how
your
they,
oldest fact without telling me your oldest fact.
and like how they made them all exactly the same. I don't fully understand because it was real wood. It wasn't fake wood. So like I don't get it. Like and Jeff sort of called out the creative department or whatever they're called, and like they deserved it for that. Just
The Dream Team.
like,
Yeah.
piece of art. Like holy crap.
That was cool. That was cool. But like watching them not spill a drop of water and get this done, I was like, oh, they need to add something else next time because they want them to spill the water. Like,
Well,
otherwise you don't have it in there.
I would have loved a hole in the bottom of the thing,
Yeah.
so that water would be spilling, so they'd have to go back and forth a lot more, and it would be about speed. Like I think that might be an easy solution. But
That's
what
one. Yeah.
what really did stand out to me, and for the first time this season, was Ryan was an absolute superstar, completely carrying his team until he decided to lose it at the end. But Ryan really was doing everything.
Yeah.
Everything. It was the first moment where I'm like, he reminds me like, what's his name from Erica season?
From Erica season? You mean from last season?
From Marianne season.
Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Like, for a moment, I'm like, is that Jonathan out there? What is going on?
And it was interesting because he gets them through. He gets the water done twice. They get to the puzzle they get to the roll. Well, they get to the roll the ball first, and then Cody comes in second with his team, and then Owen was carrying the water for his team. He gets there third, and they were taking a lot longer comparatively. But then Dwight rolls the ball and gets the. It's really cool because you have to roll the ball and that's to land on a ledge and that's to stay there. And I thought that was a real good addition because you have the variance of hitting the balls and knocking them down. I thought that was cool. Mm-hmm. Well, with that being the case, I thought it was interesting that Dwight was able to get it done, and then Sammy gets it done for his tribe next. Can y'all tell me why Sammy celebrates so much whenever he gets stuff done? I know he's young.
I can tell you why. It's because Sammy is 19 years old.
Because he is out here. He is doing the Harlem Shake. He is like doing the worm. He is excited whenever he gets
he says, I don't spend that much time at Chuck E. Cheese. Bitch, yes, you do. You had your birthday party there last year.
So that celebration was the first moment in the game that I cringed about Sammy. Up till then, I didn't get that.
You didn't cringe when he said that when it rains, he goes to the convenience store and his mommy comes and picks him up?
I thought that was ridiculous and fun and truthful. This was just him being like a bro athlete dude. Like he sounded like a kid, and I'm like, and I kind of was able to give it to him and be like, yeah, fine, he said it. I still love you, Sammy. Still love you.
Yeah, it was funny. But so let's talk about this. We do see Ryan have 2 balls up. He throws this third one and just knocks the absolute shit out of both of them. So do you all think, in hindsight, do you believe him in that he did decide to throw this challenge?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Why would you throw your balls to the left when all your tribe was saying throw it to the right?
Right.
There's no other reason to do it but to try to throw the comp.
I don't see him as somebody who would want to pander to the camera in his confessionals. Like I think in his confessionals he would be completely truthfully honest. So like that's why, and like I agree with Kevin. It just doesn't make sense that he was doing so well and then he shot it to the left. But I don't think so. And I also think it's a really silly move. Like fundamentally, anytime he has no immunity idol, he has nothing that will protect his rear end. He doesn't know what will happen over the next little bit of time.
Sheldon, what are you talking about? He is running his tribe. He is running his crew. He's in charge of his alliance. Whoever he wants to go home will go home. What are you talking about? Did you not watch the beginning of the episode?
Oh, I watched it. I watched it, but again, this is how ludicrous it is.
Yeah.
You never go to tribal if you don't have to go to tribal. You don't.
Correct.
You just don't. There's too many uncontrollable variables. Sorry.
Yeah. I don't like this decision, and obviously we're going to see it play out really, really badly for him. But this is wild. And as they go back to, do we have anything else to say about this immunity challenge?
No,
Before we
Challenge
get
was
back,
great.
it was a fun challenge.
it was fun. It was fun. I was glad to see something different. All right. So when we get back to the Cocoa Beach, Ryan immediately is like,
Wait, they get to pick 3 people to go to to Shipwell Island or the new
Adventure.
decision making thing. Jesse picks Geo and Janine to go, which was great because that's what we saw this episode, which makes sense. Also, Sheldon, that's probably why Janine's idol gets found this episode, because we're gonna get a little more Janine tonight. So you might as well give us a double dose, so that way we know everything going on with her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she probably found it like days before, but she get it tonight, so that way when she goes to the thing,
you know what? I kind of want to look. I want to come. I kind of want to look back at this to see what's the state of her chin healing.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Just so if we could see if your theory is correct.
That's a good idea.
We have a clue. We can look at her chin.
Well, Jesse then picks himself, and I thought that was a good move. I think this is a good time to bond. And I don't know how often these people utilize this time to bond, but they should be, because this is a good opportunity for you to bond with your non-tribe mates, so that way you have a little bit of built-in something going into the merge.
I have to say though that first of all, I love the fact that every single one of these adventures is a different adventure. Unlike last season, it is visually really cool and really interesting. It gets boring to go up that mountain, the same thing. What I will say is that this specific adventure, the fact that it was so wavy, the fact that they had to physically row, my assumption is we didn't see a lot of talking because they
were working.
Do a lot of talking. They were working.
They're probably working.
Yeah. And they are going to capsize because this ocean is rolling.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that, I think, in a minute, though. But I just wanted to speak on them being picked. I thought those were good choices. I thought Geo was an interesting choice. I'm assuming they thought he was on the bottom, which is why they picked him to go. And then Janine, I don't know why they picked Janine, and then Jesse goes because he wants to get some kind of advantage.
All right, so yes, back at Coco, Geo is off on his excursion, and Ryan immediately jumps in. He's making fire,
immediately
being the man around camp, and he's like, "Hey James, I threw that, just so you know, and we're gonna get rid of Cassidy, and yeah, done, perfect. Y'all tell Cassidy that it's me.
Yeah,
y'all don't talk to me." Like, don't strategize. I'm like, what are you doing, Ryan? I loved you so much, and this is so awful. Like, you may be the worst player on this season.
Kiley, is it though? If you're in control of your tribe, it's going to be 4 votes to 1 anyway.
But he's not.
We just don't want you to play her shot in the dark. So that's all we need to do. We just need to make sure
he's wrong, and he is not in on the plan. And so this is a terrible idea.
True.
This is terrible.
Listen, even if I was in on the plan, I'm not suggesting we go here, you guys ostracize me, and then you tell her you're voting me.
I also have to say, listen, this is 43 seasons of Survivor. How often is the first conversation you have when you come back to the island from the challenge going to be the final plan? Almost never. So it's just so I don't know, I guess he was really confident. I don't know why.
He was extremely confident. And I wrote that down too. Ryan's confidence of getting rid of Cassidy. Wow. Astronomical, out of this world, how much confidence.
I'm telling you guys, it's because we were gonna get rid of Kiley, we were gonna get rid of Cassidy last time, but then James decided Lauren was a bigger threat. So now obviously we're all on board with getting rid of Cassidy this time.
He also mentions about this being a resume move, and I'm sorry, Cassidy is not a resume move. I'm sorry.
It's like Cassidy's not. He's talking about his acting performance being a resume move, and then he talks about he hopes that this acting performance translates to the real world, and he gets a couple opportunities in the real world.
He's not going on The Bold and the Beautiful. I'm sorry, that's for Taylor Hale.
And I mean, so talking about his acting, he's playing it up for Cassidy. Understand, if this is, if it's me, I'm the one that screwed up. It is what it is. It's part of life. And I'm like, come on, nobody's going to believe that shit. Nobody cares. Nobody believes that.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, that was it. There's really not much to say. Like, she goes and she's like, right. And I love that she goes right after and talks to him. And he's like, man, the energies are off. And I think it's me. And I'm really concerned. I don't know what's going to happen. Yada, yada, yada. What?
Yeah. She's like, no, don't believe this.
Yeah.
One of the things that was really impressive to me is Carla and James together are a super duo.
Yeah.
Like, and there's this complete and total trust as well. And this is only their second tribal together. And I don't think that at the beginning of the season, I would have ever thought that the two of them would be able to do that. But, like, I think Carla, she started off, I want to be with the girls. I think the girls are over. She doesn't care. It is her and James, period, full stop.
Well, I think that was the case the moment they decided to put out Lindsay. I think she was like, you know what? This is my guy right here, and we're going to ride this thing out.
And I have to say, as a bit of an angry edit part of this, I feel that because they're spending so much time on Carla, I think we're missing so much gold from James. And I want more James. I feel like I still don't get him yet. And the moment I see him, I'm like, I love you, but I want more James.
I mean, do we see this parallel, though, of this duo of being very, very similar to Ricard and Jan? Like,
no.
Carla is the star, like Shan was. Yes, like they've got this complete trust in each other. They're the ones dictating things. They're running it how they want to run it. This is their tribe.
There was way more duplicity, though, in Ricard than there is in James.
I don't know.
I'm not saying that they're the same players. I'm saying, do we see the parallel here?
As a duo, yeah, I can see that.
I see the parallel.
Not just that this is a duo, but that this is a really dynamic duo that can have a huge impact on the rest of the game.
Yeah.
A la Shan and Ricard.
But like Wendell and Dom, I feel like a Wendell and Dom is more apropos.
Yeah.
Why?
Because I feel like Wendell and Dom also got along with with everybody.
But we
don't know how they're going to be yet,
But even on their own tribe, right? They're like everyone wants to work with them on their own tribe. Whereas I felt like Shan and Ricard
everybody wanted to work with Shan. That's why she had to blindside everybody, because they all trusted her.
Right, but I felt like there's more of a genuineness to me than Carla than there is to Shan.
I agree.
And I feel like that same genuineness extends to like Wendell and Dom. For James and Carla.
I think the only difference I'm feeling is that I kind of remember getting more of Wendell and Dom. I still don't feel like I'm getting Jen.
I keep laughing because I'm just thinking of Sheldon like in the editing bay. I see what we're doing with Carla, but I just feel like I want like more James. Can you guys give me more James?
Yeah.
I need more James.
Yes.
Please. Give me more James.
And maybe the truth is he's just boring. Like that could be it, and I'm completely and totally wrong. But I don't know. There's sparks whenever he's on the screen for me that makes me say, I don't fully get who he is yet. I don't get how he plays. I don't get what's his MO. Like, I don't get it yet. All I know is that he's doing right things.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to see more.
Yeah. All right, so let's talk about Geo, Jesse, and Janine, the three sounding names on their excursions. So Geo immediately is like, I'm so worried. Paddle, paddle, paddle. I'm very worried. We're going to capsize. But I think that I might be on the bottom. And he is like, once again, so proud of himself. He's like, I am selling them that I am in trouble, but I'm not. I'm in the perfect position on my tribe, but I don't want them to know that. Okay, let's talk about this as a strategy overall, because I love, love, love the idea of it. I love the idea if there is somebody, like if you could have Carla come into this situation and be like, oh, y'all, I don't feel great about my position, and completely bluff the other people. Like, this is something that I think we can see in a future season.
Here's where I think this would work. I think this would work if before or after this happened, he went to the tribe that he was with and said, "Hey, we're probably going to be merging soon. Um, we need to start gaining trust with other people, so we're not the tribe that's targeted." Especially after we saw Baka, the yellow, and the other color tribe will try to work together. So if this was a strategic move that was played out, that included his tribe, this makes sense. So that's my first thing. It doesn't make sense for his tribe as a whole. Number two, it does not make sense for him individually because right away he is not taking advantage of creating those connections. He's automatically starting relationships with a lie. So it doesn't work in the long term. He's not that good of a liar. He's not that good of a player to pull that off. So it just didn't make sense at all to me. I think I think Shan could have pulled this off. I don't think he could have.
I think you couple all that with the man, I think it's me. Man,
Yeah,
it might
it's
be
really
me tonight. Well, I mean, could have been me last time, and I'm real nervous.
Janine's like,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I don't know about this. And
He
so
feels like it's like does protest too much. How many times can you talk about it possibly being you for me to believe that it might be you?
I'm like fully expecting to see two risks flipped over here. Like, I'm like, Janine is not going to let Geo just walk out with this.
Well, another reason I thought this was terrible is because if you're in trouble, the move is the three of us are out there, right? There's the three of us. I feel like I'm Geo, right? I know that I'm not actually in trouble. I say to you two, I think it might be me tonight. So as much as I need my vote, I think I might be a vote of one, so I probably need the thing. But if I'm here later, if I'm still here after tonight, I would love to work with the two of you. You two are people that I would love to work with if I make it through. You say something like that as opposed to just continue, because we saw him talk 3 different segments about how it might be him, which means that he had to actually be saying that, right? Yeah. I mentioned it one time, and then I tried to build alliances with the two of you as the way to go, which is what Noelle did. That's exactly what Noelle did.
I mean, we obviously saw Noelle kind of take the same tactic, except hers is being truthful. Like, hey, I was left out of the vote. I was blindsided. My ally was voted off. I feel like I'm in a bit of trouble.
And
but
that's exactly what you say tonight. You say
something, genuine with James and Dwight, where they're like, okay, let's let her have this.
Correct. And like in this situation, you do the same thing if you're Geo. You say, so the way our vote went down, it was crazy. They all voted for Lindsay. They told me they were voting for Cassidy. Then someone put a vote on me. I'm assuming just in case someone like Lindsay played an idol or something. I don't know what's going to happen.
The difficulty is, y'all are right, 100%. I think that's the right move, just as Noelle did, and she did it perfectly. I think the way Geo sees the game is my way to win this game, and the proper way to play the game is to one-up everybody. Look at me. They don't see. Look at me. I'm in control. Look at me. I'm doing this.
Yeah, Geo just greatly overestimates himself.
But not even. But not even. Like, his strategy at the core is every move I make is about one-upping somebody else. That's not how you play Survivor, because you actually need people in this game. You can't just one-up them. You have to one-up the enemy. These people are not your enemy.
Correct.
The people who are your enemy are on your tribe. Might send you home tonight.
Yeah. So when it comes time to reveal the cards, we see all 3 of them risk the vote.
That's what I'm talking about.
I was like, yes, this is so exciting. But let's talk about this. So this is our third excursion. The first one, we see 2 people risk. Gabler gets the idol. Dwight loses his vote. The next time we see 1 person risk. Noelle gets still a vote. And then we see all 3 people risk, and the advantage is knowledge is power. Do y'all think these advantages were decided ahead of time based on the number of people that risked their vote? Or was this just, this is what it is this time? You get knowledge is power.
I think it is based on who risked their vote in the thing. I think
You
I
think
think
it's
everything.
based off of the number?
Yeah,
So
because
like
we
if
go
it would have just been Janine and Geo, do you think we would have seen another idol like Gabler's?
possibly. I think there's different. I think there was different
Mhm.
things in different buckets. Actually, no, I lie. I don't think that. I think it was based on when it was in the game. It's
Yeah,
predetermined that the first time we go is going to be an idol. Second time we go, it's going to be still a vote. Third time we go is going to be knowledge is power.
Mhm.
I completely agree with you. I don't really see the logic in doing it any other way. And my assumption is the fact that they have 3 containers, 3 pouches, it's just because they need to have them be able to pick, oh, this is only one thing and it has the idol and it has the
Yeah.
power. Oh, this has 2 rocks in it. One of them does have it, one of them doesn't. The other one has 3, one has it, 2 doesn't. And I just think that's the only reason why that is.
I think I agree. And it's knowledge is power the whole time on this one. And that's what someone gets. And
But I will say that was there a time Noelle was the only time when it was 1, right?
Mhm.
And she got what?
Still a vote.
So to me, like I actually think the other way might make more sense. Where if you
It's
have
kind of gotten progressively more powerful.
like arguably that Noelle should have had the idol because that is
no. The idol is perfect for the first vote.
But I don't know. But my point is, if you have the ability to convince the other people that you are at risk or you need something, and you are the only person that risks it, that is a far bigger move than convincing 2 people than convincing 3 people.
But you could possibly not convince anyone and then just be like, I want to keep my vote. I think that is the point of the stages. They want knowledge is power going to the merge. They want the knowledge is power advantage in the merge.
Yeah, it's got to be.
If I'm the game makers, because that's where you get the most variance, because that's where you have everyone meeting and having different things.
Yeah.
So you want that at the merge. You can't do knowledge is power first because there's nothing else in the game yet.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you would want to put that third. So having a 2 now, the idea is that the idol keeps you safe for 2 tribals, and the assumption is you might be going to tribal for this time, which is why you got picked to go. That's kind of like what the assumption is. That might be why you got picked to go. Now, having it for the second one vote allows you to make it to 4, and that's the theory that's as far as it makes you, especially if your tribe sucks, like the tribe with Cody. But they've gotten the good fortune of losing just the 1, and then having to only have to use it 1 time. So Gabler still has it locked and loaded for this maybe merge time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But normally it was perfect for the first one. If you get that idol now, you're going to be safe this time and merge. It's the next 2 times you go. So you go this time. And what if Jesse got it, right? Then Jesse doesn't even go this time, and then it's good for the first 2 and merge.
Yeah,
that's tough.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So we see all 3 of them grab their little rocks, head off to their respective beaches. First, we get to go with Jesse to the Vesi beach. Jesse decides, hey, you know what? I'm going to be honest. And I'm going to tell them. And I'm going to open it in front of everybody. And Jesse has lost his vote. How do y'all think that is going to affect the Vesi tribe?
Dwight's like, oh, what about now, bitch? Who's gonna
This our vote?
When I vote Cody, how you gonna like them apples? How you gonna like that?
Except for the fact that I don't think they're ever going to tribal because I assume things are changing.
Yeah,
so it might not impact much.
Yeah, I think it's interesting if we were going to get to see them. I mean, are we going to merge? There's so many people left in this game. What's happening?
I have theories about that.
Yeah, and we're gonna make our predictions. But if for some reason we end up and they get to go back to another tribal council, I think it actually puts Jesse in a really fun and interesting position, depending which direction he wants to go. Like if ultimately he's like, hey, you know what? I want to keep Dwight on the side, but I want to keep Cody too. And I don't have a vote. Noelle and Dwight think I'm with them. they're going to put their votes on Cody. I'm going to go ahead and tell Cody. I'm going to get him to play his idol. Flush his idol. He trusts me. I didn't cast a vote. So Dwight Noel, like, he just figured it out. And so I'm like, I think this could be a really interesting spot. Once again, this would be more fun for them to go to tribal council than the Coco tribe.
Are we certain that he is that strategic?
Oh, who, Jesse?
Yeah.
Jesse is strategic.
Jesse is super strategic.
I feel like because they haven't been in a while, I still don't fully know.
Yeah,
Or I forgot.
strategic.
But
I mean, remember he votes out Justine strategically. It's a strategic move.
yeah, that's true. And then my neck.
Yeah, whatever.
All right,
I forgot about that.
moving on.
Yeah.
Now we are going to the Baca Tribe, and we see Janine take the same approach. I'm going to be honest.
I like that Janine said, I'm going to be honest, but wait, let me see what it is first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
hey, guys, I'm going to tell y'all what happened, and I'm going to open it in front of you.
Yeah.
It's never been opened before.
Vote. Yes, never. I never opened it.
This is brand new information.
How did they not know she walked by? How did they not
She
hear
weighed
the
17
boat?
pounds. She just.
But how
snuck
did they
on
not
down.
hear the boat?
Well, they didn't meet her at the beach.
I don't get it. Like, how are you not I don't know. Okay, fine.
So we do get to see her sneak off, look at it, and then, bring it to the group. And this, Sheldon, is where we saw Sammy. Hey, Owen. Janine doesn't have a vote. And I was like, ooh, I feel like that's a very, very key thing that they made sure that Sammy was in that shot. I feel like that, has to mean something that they showed us that.
Well, I think what we see is Sammy and Owen are going to be the demise of Janine and or Ellie. Like I think that's what they're foreshadowing in that moment.
Yeah,
100%. But like the fact that it's interesting to me in a game of Survivor that Sammy, and maybe it's just the maturity, that he felt comfortable enough to do it, thinking that he wouldn't be seen, and it doesn't seem like he was seen. But that's a big risk to take. Like, just shut your mouth, say, "Oh, I'm sorry," and then move the hell on.
Yeah, and then later, she lost her vote. But
then later, go
right
into
there
the
in
pantry. Go into the pantry, jump up and down. Oh, not Big Brother. Not Big Brother.
All right. And so then back to the Cocoa Beach, we get Geo last, and our boy Geo, he decides to lie. Are we shocked?
No.
No. No,
Bill
guys.
said, I don't want to risk my vote. I
Didn't
don't
want to
want
risk my vote.
The thing that's dumb is that you're only lying to one person.
Well, and what's dumb is that Geo doesn't look at his paper first. He doesn't know if he's lost his vote or not. This has like immediate ramifications. This isn't something where, okay, we're not going to tribal council, so I got some time to smooth this over that I have lost my vote. Like they are going to know immediately if you're lying.
Well, even crazier to me. So what we missed, that we didn't talk about real fast, is that Ryan is pretending like the vote's him while Geo's gone. Cassidy is like kind of concerned that she wants to vote Ryan because she knows Ryan's voting for her, and it seems simple. She's trying to tell Carla and James this, and they're like, do we have another Lauren in our hands? They don't, because this time it actually is her. That's who the name is. So
yeah, I wrote that down. Cassidy wants to put votes on Ryan. She has a point. Like,
he said he's voting her.
Hey, y'all, if y'all were the ones having your name written down, I think y'all would see it my way too. Like,
correct.
And we don't know what Geo has gotten on this adventure.
Correct.
He very well could be lying. He could have an idol. He could have.
Right. We don't know if he gets anything. He does this adventure. We should probably just vote Ryan to be safe. And then they're like, should we vote Cassidy
to play it on Ryan?
Right. But then she's like, should we just vote Cassidy? They're like, should we just vote Cassidy instead? And Carla,
I was like, no, they're not. They are not going to do this. Please let them do this. I wanted to.
No, I did not want them to do it, and I didn't think that they would.
Great television.
Well, the reason I didn't think they would was because I felt like that eventually they would come around and realize how different this is than last time, and they did, because that's what was important. Because, and I want to bring this up because they opt to say, okay, Cassidy, or like I know she wants to vote Ryan, but we're really probably going to vote Geo because we would rather vote Geo, the two of us. So that's where we're going to just strong arm her into doing it, letting her know that she's going to be okay. We'll figure out what Geo has when he gets back. He comes back and he lies to everyone, but then he like makes sure he tells Carla what he's got.
Yep.
And I love Carla so much because right here, Carla says it. He acknowledges power. You see his eyes go wide. He didn't even realize he acknowledges power until he started reading it. He's like, oh my gosh, this is a great thing to have. And she's like, right, man, you can just steal someone's. I have an idol. Oh, that's not good for me.
And in that moment, Geo, you have sealed your fate.
Yeah.
Knowledge is, in fact, power. And you
the knowledge.
have given away your knowledge. You have given it to Carla. And if there was any doubt in their mind, should we vote out Cassidy or should we vote out Geo? That sealed his fate.
Yeah.
Sealed your partner's fate.
Exactly. Because by voting out Geo, because Carla's like, look, man, this man's got something that's super dangerous and it can't be in his hands. Right. So if I send him home with it in his hands, he ain't got nothing to worry about. And I'm sure she goes and tells James and Cassidy, hey, so Geo lied. He does have an advantage. We see him saying that she lied, but she's like, look, man, the advantage is nothing to worry about. We can send him home. He'll never see it coming.
Was there a way they could have sent him home and kept the knowledge?
I really wanted to see Carla pull that move off of like, hey, let me hold your power.
Nah, that's how you clue someone in that it might be them.
Yeah, no. There's no way that she could have done it. But
and he would have called her out as soon as he was voted out as well. So like,
yeah,
like.
I don't think that they really let them do that though in Survivor, but he might have had an outburst. All right, so time for tribal council.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, we have our boy Ryan playing the martyr, and Jeff even calls him out on his bullshit. And it's like, so, I mean, are you just going to like fall on your sword, or y'all just going to let him? And I love Cassidy in the front row just being like, bro, no.
Heavy eye rolls. We were getting Davon eye rolls in this one.
Yeah.
She's pretty spicy. Like
yeah.
Like,
Kevin, come on, let's hear it.
How much do you love Cassidy, Kevin?
How much is Cassidy going to win this game?
Oh, she's not. She definitely is not. She's a big personality. She's someone that I like to watch, but she's definitely not going to win the game.
Yeah, no, I mean, I still think that there's a possibility that she does end up being the winner, but I'm not going to lie. I had a few moments of panic where I was like, I'm going to have to eat my words 1 week later.
She has strong merge boot vibes. Strong merge boot vibes.
Yeah, I don't know though. Like, wouldn't Carla and what's his name? And
yeah, I think that's our tightest 3 in the game.
I can see Carla.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this tribal council first, though.
Yeah.
And our boy Geo, he decides he's going to play the naive route. I've been gone all day. I don't even know who I'm supposed to write down. And Jeff says, Carla, can this be true? Can he really not know what's going on?
Carla goes,
Crickets.
Jeff, yeah, I mean, I guess it could be true. I don't know. Like, I don't really know what's going on.
I've been like,
I don't even think she heard Jeff. I think she literally zoned out for a second.
Yeah, it was strange. I think she actually. I think Kevin, you're right. I think she kind of zoned out for a second. And she was thinking, and I don't know. Maybe she was thinking about her family. I don't know.
She was processing all the answers.
She was sitting there, and she was like, "Okay, so the 4 of us go back. What do I tell Ryan? Let me do this thing. Oh, Jeff. Hey, Geo's great. I don't know.
Okay, I was thinking about this. Is there a flaw in tribal council in the sense that the castaways are looking at Jeff as opposed to at each other?
No.
I wonder if it would be a little bit more compelling if they were like sitting in a circle or something, or like there was the ability for them to see each other's face, because I'm sure like that stuff that we saw from Cassidy's face, like
Well,
that,
obviously, she
like,
doesn't do that if she's facing them.
but like I don't know if she could control it though. I'm not as certain that she wouldn't. Like I wonder how that would change the game is really my question.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing that tribal council itself is a bit of an art, what you say, how you say it, when you say it, but it is also extremely, I mean, there's a lot of tells that are not being taken because they actually can't physically see each other. So
Yep.
I don't know. Just the
No,
thought.
but I don't want those. I don't want them to see it. I want to see those faces.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's better entertainment. Maybe it's better entertainment. Like I don't know. I was watching talk about politics. I was watching the UK question period, and they're so physically the people in Parliament. They're so physically close to each other and looking at each other. It's impossible not to feel the emotion. Like there's something about that. I don't know. Just a thought.
Well, CBS take it under advisement.
Yes.
All right, time to
I'll
vote.
take 10%. Thank you.
Time to vote. Votes come out. We immediately get the 2 votes onto Cassidy, and I was like, "Oh, they did it. They Lindsay'd her." And
Really? Wait a minute. You saw the 2 votes and thought that means Cassidy was toast?
No.
I saw the 2 votes and knew that Geo was gone.
Yep.
Because otherwise you showed Cassidy, Geo,
yeah,
Cassidy, 5th person voted out of Survivor.
I had, yeah.
I'm sorry, Kai. I had to call you on that one. That's a
I think they had to make Geo comfortable to see his look of holy shit, there's a vote for me. Holy shit, there's a vote for me. What the hell is going on here? Holy shit, I was voted out.
him and Ryan.
Yeah, they both have great facial reactions. Love it. So we get Geo sailing off into the sunset. Sheldon has lost another person off of his draft team.
The best part of Geo going home is the fact that he not somehow, my mistake. He's legitimately blindsided because he was running this tribe. He has no idea how they turned on him tonight. No clue. Cannot believe it. Him and Ryan were in control all the way, and he has no idea what just happened.
Yeah,
I don't either. I thought he would run the tribe. It was crazy.
Yeah, whoa.
I don't know. Like I kind of feel bad for him. Like
why? Why do you always feel bad for these people, Sheldon?
Because it hurts for him. Like he went to play a game. I hope he had a good adventure. He didn't make.
I hope he had fun. And I listened to his exit interviews today, and he sounds like very, very nice. And was like, y'all don't be hard on these people. Like it's all okay. Like it's okay that Cassidy, did this to me. I was like, it wasn't Cassidy. It was Carla and James that did this to you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nice guy. Thanks for playing, Geo. All right. Next time on Survivor
43.
we have something happening.
What?
Is this a merge? No, it is a twist. What is this twist going to be? We know it's not the hourglass. What can it be?
So my
I
assumption.
can't even speculate.
I can. I can speculate up to a point. I don't know the specific twist. But when they showed in the clip, they saw there was 2 carpets out there. There was a red and there was a blue. So I assume somehow they're dividing up into 2. Correct me if I'm wrong, there's 13 people. Yes?
They each vote off one.
So I don't know if that's what happened, but is there 13 people left? Could somebody please?
Yeah.
Okay. So that means I wouldn't be surprised if they use the hourglass format, but the actual thing that the person that goes, the guy or gal that goes away, that they have to do or choose or think is a different twist. So I'm assuming we're seeing somebody left aside on some exile, 2 tribes fighting with each other to go to tribal, or one of them safe, and one person that has some ability to do something in the game. That's what I assume is going to happen. Will it happen? Check Reddit.
I don't know.
I'm not even gonna. I can't even speculate.
I want to see maybe 2 people voted off here
Why?
because we got to get rid of folks so we can merge.
Oh, let's do 3. Well, let's do 5.
What's in the game? Let's vote them all out.
Kiley always just wants like the most chaotic thing to happen.
Look,
Yeah.
I don't mind 2 people leaving, but it still leaves us with a merge of 11, which is fine.
Yeah.
Like that's fine. And maybe one person goes from each tribe, and the one person that's safe just automatically makes merge.
I hope if you make the merge, if you have to quote unquote earn merge, which is what the plan is probably, I hope they at least get to make whoever is first voted off at least on the jury this time. Though that was so messed up to not have them on the jury the last times.
No, not happening. I don't
That's why I
think
like my idea. Let's vote off 2 people. Neither one of them are on jury, and let's merge.
Is there any possibility that a pre-jury is battling back?
No.
Because of COVID, like those people.
Not even COVID.
They've had outside contact with, producers and stuff that aren't necessarily on the beach every day filming. No, there's absolutely no way that they're going to.
Outside of the outsider's twist, when have they brought people back and we didn't see them the whole time?
Excuse me. Drop the 4, add the 3, add a 12. I don't know what this is. Anything can happen.
No. Sheldon, I'm talking about from a production standpoint.
Yeah.
Where we as the viewers didn't see them. So
Yeah.
if you have them on
exile,
right, if you have them on
island.
a secret place battling it out, I'm with that. But there's no reason to hide that from us. I shouldn't have NECA come running in like last
And
minute.
we've had exit interviews.
And I would have been like, "Where's NECA been? Oh my gosh!" Like that would have been that would have been a thing. But like, because it's bad from a production standpoint.
So I get that. However, unless they basically do a full episode of Battle Back where they show us the last 12 days or something in one episode.
It's not happening.
I'm not even going to sit here and
We're not even
lean
going
into your thing, Sheldon. Sorry.
All right.
Sorry.
Let's
It's been
take
a hard week. You're making it harder.
Let's take a quick poll. Do we hate this twist? Yes or
What
no?
with?
I don't know
Let's
yet.
predict. This time next week, are we railing about whatever they're about to do to us?
So truth be told, I would have preferred a swap to last night. So it would have been 2 tribes of 7, maybe 2 or 3 tribals, and then a merge. I much prefer the swap. It just complicates things so much.
Sheldon, I want to make this clear to you, Sheldon.
Yes.
You will never have a swap again.
I
The
don't think
swap is gone.
I don't think that's
It's
true.
gone. It's dead and gone.
I don't think that's
It's
true.
just like in that Justin Timberlake song,
I don't know him.
"Dead and Gone,
No, I don't know.
Dead and Gone."
Justin Timberlake, no thank you.
Oh,
All right. My
You
guess.
didn't have to pay
Oh.
I
royalties.
don't think I'm gonna hate whatever this twist is. That's my
I
guess.
don't think
My
so.
gut says.
What if it's not an hourglass? What if it's a minute glass?
All right. Sheldon's.
Yeah.
All
It
right.
took you a second, Kev.
Who goes
So-
home?
Who goes home?
Yeah.
Oh God. Well, I'm
I
about
mean,
to
I
go
don't
to
think
bed.
there's any way to predict it. I think we're getting a mix up of the groups no matter what. So I think
I
it's
think Jesse goes home.
impossible to predict. I think we've got a really strong trio in Cassidy, James, and Carla. Those 3 are like the tightest knit. And then we've got a lot of duos. You've got Dwight and Noel, kind of Jesse. You've got Jesse and Cody. You've got Ellie and Janine. You've got Sammy, question mark, Gaylor, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, look-
question mark, Owen, and the girls. I think the only 3 that we really see super tight are Cassidy, James, and Carla. But obviously, James and Carly are closer there.
So I will say this is the perfect time to get rid of Ryan. Somebody who's a physical threat, somebody who doesn't have a lot of people. Like I don't think he trusts Carla anymore.
Yeah,
like
but I mean, it's also a good opportunity to scoop him up and
for the other folks. But
yeah.
but I'm not sure if I don't know. Like I might be underestimating his strategic and social power based on what I've been seeing so far. But I wouldn't be surprised if he goes running back to Carla. Like
No, he's gonna
like-
be pissed.
I don't know if he will. He seems too nice of a guy to be pissed at anybody forever. Like I don't know, he just seems nice. But there was another game that was being played tonight. Kiley?
Wow, Kevin. Did you know that Sheldon and I were both playing for Hidden Immunity Idols, where we had to test our social and strategic prowess on you?
Yes.
Okay.
And we each had a goal that we had to accomplish. And my goal was I had to get you to agree with me.
And that happened twice.
Check. I've earned an immunity idol. Sheldon.
My goal was to say something so ridiculous that you would come into the conversation, interrupt me, and go on a 60-second rant. Now, Kiley, did I achieve my goal?
You did not. Kevin, you only ranted about Gabler for 43 seconds.
No! I said that Gabler could win, hoping that you would do your rant. Kevin does not look impressed.
Oh, I mean, Kylie, who came up with Kylie's immunity idol? That was ridiculous. All I had to do was agree. Kylie had to say, all Kylie had to say was, man, this episode was crazy. And then I would be like, yeah, you're right. It was crazy. And I go,
Yeah, but the two of you always disagree. So I was like, okay, maybe I can make them agree. I feel like I'm the dad in the middle trying to bring the kids together.
that was such an easy task for Kylie. She just
So
had to
we
say
have
something
been
that was
brought
factual.
together. So
She had to say something that was
I have
factual.
earned a hidden immunity
hidden-
idol. Sheldon fell just 17 seconds short.
You have to collect my beads. I got some in my drawer by my bed.
I just couldn't. Yeah, there was no way.
So thanks for playing, Kevin and
I
Willie.
just couldn't believe that you had even said that Gabler could possibly have strategy. That was
I know it was ridiculous and it was wrong, but I knew that. But I at least got 43 seconds out of you.
All right. Well, that was fun. And, once again, I am still enjoying the heck out of this season. I don't,
Yeah.
it's kind of, it's kind
Not
of
great
like
game players.
Exactly.
No great
It's
game
kind of like
players.
our last season of Big Brother. There's not just a whole lot of phenomenal game players here, but it's fun to watch. And that's what I'm here for.
Yep,
Handopi.
So
I agree.
I'm excited to see what happens. Sheldon, got anything you'd like to plug or anything coming up?
Oh, big things coming up. You could check us out on For the Fanatics, or For the Fans, some might say, next Thursday night, where we are going to be recapping the latest episode of Survivor, and we're going to see what's going to happen with this twist. Who's going to leave? Who's going to stay? Is it one? Is it two? And how much more Botox will Jeff get?
Wow. All right, Kevin, what you got going on?
Everything Sheldon just said. Let's do it. Thursday.
And
All
follow Kevin at KG Fury.
Yeah, follow me at KG Show. I'm tweeting a lot less because Big Brother's over. But
All right. Well, we will see all of you guys next time. Bye, y'all.
bye.
So